Hello everyone, my name is Patrick, I'm the Manga Reviewer, and today we're going to read the new updates onto all the updates that are released today in the last few days. Quite excited. Let's just get started right away. So, let's see. I'm not sure if these I've read already or not. Okay, so this is The Ultimate Shut-In, Chapter 84. Arrows of Light Piercing. Targets 1179 and just now target 4. Not long after operation began, we were in the I don't think you read that. I don't think I read this chapter. I think I'm maybe back 2 chapters. Okay, let's read that later. Okay, I read this one already. So, Chronicles of the Lazy Sovereign. Wow. Secret Training Grounds. What a little... Oh, I think I already read this. Is the sparring between them? Okay. Keep it going. Overgear, Chapter 37. 327. The effects of the sealed needle techniques have ended and your mana flow has been restored. Fortunately, the sealed needle technique is a one-time use only. I can use skills now. Legendary Tailor's Eyes. Stop analyzing me, I'll destroy them for you. Link! Black Flames has been activated. So right now he's clearing the archipelago islands for nice little bonuses. For the next 10 minutes, the legendary Tailor Kruger will craft an item. Applique. To think mere cloth could block a multi-hit attack from Link infused with black flames? Is this a system's protections? Would protect him while he crafts an item? What am I supposed to do in the meantime? But his speed is incredible. Even the benefits of my dexterity, I'm starting to just stitch together 2 different fabrics together. Yes, he's handling countless different fabrics as if they were a single piece of cloth. Oh, so that's the legendary tailing technique. So snap out of it. This is no time to be amazed. He's not crafting items mid-battle just because he has free time. He's using the legendary Tailor's Eyes to analyze my items and craft a countermeasure. An ability that analyzes an opponent's in real time and gains the upper hand in battle. Looking at the layout of this map, there aren't any openings for an attack to get through. There must be something useful for a situation like this. Oh, there's something perfect for this. Required distance, 80 meters. It takes 2 minutes to prepare, but as long as he stays put like that, it won't be a problem. Guaranteed instant death. The moment the barrier lifts, I'll finish you with a single shot. 10 minutes have passed. Kruger's crafting is complete. Sniping the target. Bruh! Wow, even for stationary position, the recoil is insane. If you were of a much lower strength to use this, her shoulder would be discolored for sure. Anyways, how do you like that? The instant death bullet. This is the end. 60-second island. Oh my god, I overlooked something. Thanks to achievements and sacrifices of the legends before him, Greed's era has enjoyed centuries of peace, and with so few undead being born, it's only natural he lacks experience fighting them. I should have warned him beforehand about the weakness of a generation raised in peace. Instant death is the strongest technique in history, capable of erasing a target's life with a single shot. But naturally, it only works on the living, you idiot. It doesn't work on undead that have no life to be taken. Wow, wait, how is this possible? He took a 2,000 mana bullet straight to the head and he's still fine? Quick movements. Your blood vessels have been pierced. Health recovery is blocked for 20 seconds. You have suffered damage. You cannot resist. An abnormality has occurred in your gym. Your left arm will be paralyzed for 30 seconds. You cannot resist. Your mana flow has reversed. Exercise caution when activating skills. You cannot resist. Crazy! He's precisely striking the gaps in the 3 layers. Is this how the dexterity stats is used in combat? Magic Missile. I guess in most games, dexterity is used for like crits. So yeah, that kind of makes sense. You fail to cast Magic Missile. You suffer damage equal to 3 times the mana consumed by Magic Missile. Ugh! The sealed technique is a one-time use. If I have to take damage, I'd rather take it from Magic Missile, which consumes the least mana. Pagma Sword Stance. Link! Blade born from Enlightenment and Strong Desires. Option effects, activated fire attribute, additional damage 30%, fire damage 5,000. The target neutralizes the fire. Blade born from Enchantment and Strong Desires. Dark attribute, additional damage. Darkness attribute, additional 10 times damage. Darkness can serve as nourishment for the undead. The target heals 10,000 health, 100,000 health. He's blocking the power of Link and neutralizing the fire and only feeding off the dark attributes since it works in his favors. To think a piece of cloth he just made could produce an effect like this, even as a degraded undead, he's still a super named NPC with absurdly high intelligence. Blade born from Enlightenment and Strong Desires. Black Flames erupts. The target fails to neutralize the black flames. Dealt 600,000 damage. Oh, Black Flame's work is a completely different attribute from fire or darkness, so that you can't counter. Anyways, this is good. If I keep pushing like this, somehow... Wait, where are you going right now? You aren't... He's Taylor something else. For 20 minutes, the legendary Tailor Kruger will craft an item. Again? He completely ruins the flow. What's that all this pattern? It's draining all my energy. Unlike the previous gatekeepers who relied on superior physical abilities, his combat style revolves around crafting. Naturally, the more freedom he has to craft, the stronger Kruger becomes, eventually overwhelming his challengers. In the end, destroying the crafting barrier must be an incorrect answer. Greed, just what are you thinking? Huh, I know you're the original Overgear player, but I have my pride too. 20 minutes to craft an item, then I'll craft one too. Why are you trying to compete with crafting? This is a combat encounter. You should be able to figure out how to break the barrier. Originally, the Kruger raid was designed around discovering how to break the barrier, much like Helgeld's fire sword mechanic. The flames weakened because we mined the firestones. However, the moment he pierced the barrier as a system protective mechanic, it became questionable to question it. What's truly sparkling is that how he's facing an NPC protected by the system's absolute advantage. The man has boundless confidence as well as the determination to stand on equal footing and come out on top. So yeah, instead of actually doing the proper way, he's like, dude, I'm a blacksmith. I'll craft too, mofo. After sleeping through the Belial raid and the Ironclad Demon Cavalry, my current levels are a whopping 348. With an ability stat of 2,200 and even more mana from my equipment, my raw mana pool has exceeded 20k. With 20 minutes of crafting time, I can theoretically protect more than 80 casts of alarm and magic missile. Once the crafting barrier lifts, I can crush him with concentrated fire, so I don't have to worry about what comes after. My insurance is ready, so if I'm going to challenge him, it's now. An item crafting showdown between legends. During the second national competition, I was surprised by how effective the items crafted by other blacksmiths were, despite being made in only a few hours. The lesson I learned from back then was time and probability. I thought putting a lot of time into crafting process was the only way to increase the probability of creating a superior item. But even with your short crafting times, if you produce enough of them, outstanding items will eventually emerge. Do you increase the odds by pouring time into a single masterpiece or by mass producing as many as possible? As long as the total amount of perseverance is in the same, the hammer will yield an equivalent result. Therefore, this battle is a contest of speed. But today, I'll become a factory manager. Has 18 minutes remaining on the barrier. Because Undens are weak to fire and explosions, he's been wary of fire-triggered explosions this entire time. From now on, he'll be even more cautious, so I need need something beyond his expectation. An item that can make up for my lack of creative explosive power can be crafted within 18 minutes and is immediately usable. I choose you, Red Lightning Summoning Orb. Okay, summons red lightning from the sky, temporarily increases the attack power of the equipped weapon and imbues it with lightning attributes. It takes 1 minute to summon the lightning, and the summoner's health drops by 10% after summoning. It's efficiently dropped against experts and I haven't used it until now because of the delay between drawing and activating it. But the red lightning detonates impact on combined with the blade born from enlightenment are the best match for the situation. The drawback of the activation method could be resolved by permanently binding it to the weapon, but the red lightning or summoning orbital isn't classified as a crafting material, making that impossible. Hot. God hands, heat this up more and place it on the anvil. Take out the orbs inside too. You have no sense for this kind of work. The fucking piss wants to punch him. Why does it feel like they're going at me? However, if I can just resolve the binding issue, I can catch this the bastard Kruger completely off guard with lightning since he's been focused entirely on fire. And right now I have the skills on my to make that possible. Legendary Blacksmith's Modification. Reinterpret an item with 100% insanity and reconstruction into a new form. Only one modification is possible per item. Each time the skill level increases, the number of possible modifications is increased by 1. Let's go. Since I designed the blade born from enlightenment myself, my understanding is already at 100%. The number of modifications is limited to just 1, but since the blade is born from enlightenment is already an ultimate weapon, there's no pressure. You're not the only one who evolves mid-battle. If you can do it in 20 minutes, then as a legend, so can I. 18 minutes of path. Kruger has finished crafting the item. Master Craftsman versus Master Craftsman. Let's see whose creation is superior. Alright, not bad. This one I'm quite excited to read, but I'm just gonna get something real quick. Alright, we are back. Let's read chapter 31 of the Berserker's second playthrough. Should I just move myself underneath here? I don't know. I'll just keep it like this, like whatever. After 300 years in the demon realm, this one's regenerated too. That's so annoying. There'll be no end if it goes on like this. Gale, you can't just cut them down recklessly. There must be one in the air. Gordon, a transmitting species demon in the area spreading its innate property of rapid regeneration. Please lure those as massive ones as far as possible. Until Cyril, the priestess of the wasteland, locates the transmitting species. So this basically is past lives. Hey, how's it going? Oh, I just went to get some, my nose is plugged, so I got some allergy medications. What's it called? This one is called the Berserker Second Playthrough. I'm just reading all the new updates that came out today, so I'm quite excited. Have you read this one? So right now they're talking about so it's an isekai. So the main character came back after killing the Demon King, and this is his second playthrough of it. So this is kind of his memories about how he killed this demon that. No, I mostly read manga only. I haven't watched an anime since like 10 years ago, probably. Until Cyril, the priestess of the wasteland, locates a transmuting species demon. Somewhere on this battlefield, a demon is spreading its particular innate property, which completely deviates from the standard demonic energy. And it's... I found it! The transmuting species demon responsible for this is the one which Kadim is facing. It's that demon over there. Okay, Hydra, makes sense. Do you have any favorite mangas? I have so many. Like, can you give me like a category and I can give it to you? Like a theme, or what do you call it? Not theme, yeah, category. Like, Berserker is so great, but it's so sad that it'll never be finished. But I guess it's a pretty masterpiece until which actually makes it bigger, better masterpiece. Top 5. Honestly, it's so hard, but Hunter x Hunter is a classic. I mean, One Piece is pretty basic, but it's great for a reason. Then Slam Dunk is awesome. Vagabond is great. Monster is also solid. Manhwa, the Return of Manhwa Sect is probably my top tier for the manhwas. What about you? I knew it. So was you. Multiple snakeheads and the ability to grow back two when one is cut off. It's like you're looking at a monster right out of mythology. A Hydra. Yes. Even if we found the transmitting species, it instantly regenerates most wounds, and cutting it off a head just makes the two grow back. Equivalent of waiting for that. Oh yeah. Oh, Hunter x Hunter is so good. I don't know. I can't say anything about the anime because I never watched an anime. But the manga itself is so stunning. And if you like that, you should probably read Yu Yu Hakusho. It's the author's previous work, and I think that anime series it has the entire series on because it's such an old series. And that one's quite good as well, but more very fighting based, but great art and like very dark story. Yeah, Attack on Titan. Yeah, like the shonen ones are always good, right? Like shonens are the classic fighting ones. Attack on Titan was that's seinen though, but that's pretty good. One Piece, DBZ, Death Note, and many more. Yeah, I mean, I haven't read Dragon Ball since. I've only read Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. What do you think about the new, like the whole new this new series about it? I don't think the Akiyama is part of it, but I heard that it's quite good. I mean, I think for Attack on Titan, Death Note, you don't really need to read it because it has the whole story on. One Piece, it's just too many episodes, so like reading it is much faster. Even though it's still 1,000 chapters, so it'll still take a long time though. Even if you found the transmuting species, it instantly regenerates most wounds, and cutting off a head just makes two grow back more. Damn it! They think, how did they kill it in myths? Have you watched any manhwas? They're like the Korean ones. They're pretty good as well. I think like the one that like made it really popular was Solo Leveling, even though it's like not the best one, but like it's all fighting, so it's like I guess it makes a lot of sense and makes it really easy to adapt to an anime. Kadim. This is the Hellfire summoned by Melissa. Just swing as it is. Bah. I see. The severed parts are cauterized, so it can't regenerate. You really are genius, Melissa. Go, Kadim. Oh, really? That's a crazy one to start with. It goes like so hard. Yeah, like Attack on Titan was really good. Like it got like. I like how the ending ended it as well. A little bit convoluted, but like the whole story was all very, very much like that. Yeah, Solo Leveling is quite nice, but I think the story is a little bit too like straightforward. Like it's just power creep fantasy. He just gets so strong that like everyone. It's basically just him. Well, I guess it's called solo leveling, but it's just him soloing everyone, and no one really helps him that much. So I get it. Did they make the second series into an anime as well? Incinerated. Ah, ever heard of getting sliced in two, you overgrown snake? If it hadn't been for Seal and Melissa, I might have died of exhaustion fighting an immortal army that endlessly regenerated. That's why transmuting species, which are practically buff totems for demons and monsters, are always top priority targets. Afterwards, Melissa burned its corpse until not a single speck of flesh remained. Neither in this game nor in my first level did I see a demon with the same innate property. Mangas in my life, probably like 100 plus. Like, easily. Like, shonens, I probably read, like, just the Shonen Jump ones, I've probably read like 30. Manhwas, I probably read like 50 plus. Like, yeah, like, over, like, oh, definitely over 100. I never made a list on my anime thing, so, like, what was it? What's a website that's super popular? My favorite anime or my anime list? I should probably do something there and add all the ones I've read. It's kind of so hard to remember because, like, I've read so many. I read up to the current chapter and I drop it afterwards. And then I revisit a few years later on. Kind of like a JJK. I only read the first 40 chapters. That's how much there was out when I first read it, and I never finished it back. So I think I probably should read that one again. The thing is definitely that. So how could there be a demon that has its property? Sir, look over there. Snakes. Snakes as thick as a man's arm. So many of them at that too. Where did they suddenly come from? Are they blocking the path? If I slice them, they'll just regenerate, and I have to limit to I have a limit to how many I can chop up considering the numbers. It would be nice to start a fire just big enough to clear a path, but if it spreads into a forest fire, it'll be completely out of control. For now on, we're moving forwards along this path. Traveling merchant, yes sir. Sir, the snakes are blocking the path here too. Here too. What in the world is this? Their intention is far too obvious. They're guiding us towards the entity that controls the forest and the one behind the property, by laying a trap that we absolutely cannot avoid. Traveling merchant, listen carefully to what I'm about to say. Yes, sir. From now on, do not follow me. Stay right here. Gather firewood and light a fire. Once it's lit, immediately transfer the flame to a torch and then follow after me. If you can't find me, or if your life is in danger, just set fire to everything around you and run away in any direction. Yeah, that's why I actually have the channel, because like I can't justify reading like 2-3 hours a day of mangas. So like I have this live stream, so I'm like, it actually slows me down to how much I can read, because reading it out loud slows me down so much. Now I'm like behind on so many mangas, which is kind of pissing me off. But like I need some form of self-control, because I can't control myself. Because once I start reading one, like I just like read it until it's finished. Which is like good for like shorter ones, but once it's like a 300 plus chapter one, then that like consumes my life. So like this, like reading every manga I read on live stream makes it so much easier to control myself and slow down. Hobbies, it would be this and like playing like rugby, I guess. Like playing some sports with my friends. Now, like, I guess we're transitioning from golf, from rugby to golf, because I'm in my 30s now, so everyone doesn't play any actual sports, they just play golf now, that's part of growing up, I guess. Pardon what? I don't have time to explain the situation in detail, but if you don't follow my instructions, both you and I will die here. I think that's why I actually read so quickly, because I'm trying to get through the chapter as fast as possible. But I don't know a way to avoid it, it's a certainty. Understood, sir. He's making a fire now, and he's going towards the demon. I mean, I'm the worst among my friends. I much prefer playing rugby, or like basketball. I guess I'm not great at basketball, but like rugby is probably my best sport. I played varsity. Played varsity rugby. I played for the like local like provincial teams as well. But it's a sport you can't really play when you're older. Because if you get injured, then I can't really work. If you get concussion, then I'm fucked. So, yeah. I mean, golf is the old man sport. I mean, the one thing I like about golf is that I like taking walks. So it's just a nice walk in nature, right, with your friends. It's the only way to hang out with your friends once you're in your 30s, once everyone gets married or like are working full time. So it's I think that's why it's a good hobby, because it's like a time to just have football. I think I played like 1 or 2 years of football when I was in like in a French school in France, in China. But that's the only time I played soccer. Football. I was in the French embassy school in China, so like the main sports there was rugby and soccer, so I played those two. But once I moved to Canada, not really much, because no one really plays soccer here. A stench so foul turns my stomach. The deeper I go, and the denser the demonic energy becomes. A swamp? An old dead tree? At first, I felt completely hopeless, because I knew all too well how many long years and how many deep patience it would take to regain my past power, and to repeat those arduous times all over again in a place like this, so far secluded from the demon realm. I couldn't help but to regret the decision I made hundreds of times a day, but looking back on it now, it seems to be the right choice. I have finally regained my old power, and have at last reunited with you. It truly has been a long time, son of the wasteland. Okay. I mean, it's a nice sport. Like, I wouldn't say it's the most fun sport, but it's pretty chill. Like, it's very mental. And I think like the best thing about it is like going for nice walks in like nice nature parks, because basically all the golf courses are just very nice like parks, like way nicer than any public park as well. Yeah, I can send my channel. I'm trying to use it more, but like let me send you the link to my Discord. Like I try to use it more, but I'm using it very, very little. The only time I use it was when I play games with my brothers. Let's see. Here you are, sir. Okay. Okay, this is a really good one. Like, if you want to read one, this one is quite a nice one. Though it is an isekai. If you don't like isekais, I can give you a better recommendation for non-isekai ones. But Revenge of the Iron-Blooded Swordhound, Chapter 167. But the real hell was on the 3rd floor. Dead or alive, it didn't matter. One person had to be offered every day. The mission where you needed to offer a sacrifice to the Bloodwater Plantain Lily. And as soon as the mission was announced, yeah, just send me an invite, I'll add you. And Nancy creates. As soon as the mission was announced, the commoners' faction stopped begging for their lives and began hunting down the nobles around them. Everyone else became food, for the Plantain Lily and for them. Like how lions eat their prey after they kill it, without any remorse, they killed, tore apart, and ate. We knew they had a grudge against the nobles, but we didn't know it was this deep. The group was so confused in manners that the words wouldn't get through to them, and they referred to the horrors of the previous floor as nothing more than this and that. That really pissed me off. Come to think of it, the group I was in wasn't that different. The method was different, but the result was the same, just as Amduzias wanted. Because he felt he goes stronger by feeding on the negative emotions festering that place. We did everything we could to stay and survive and stay hidden. But when we were moved to the 4th floor, we got caught. And after that, we were treated as slaves and dragged around until we met you. Thanks to that red liquor, we weren't devoured. It doesn't quench thirst, but it fills your stomach and boosts your strength. Although in our position, we were lucky licking the remaining droplets. But is it okay for us to call you our liege? Do you no longer need to hide your identity? I can't stop here. Those trashy bastards. I need to take revenge. Oh, he's gonna turn into a monster? If you drink that much in one go, you will undergo demonization. What? Mission. Kill the demon. Kill Dogma, who has undergone demonization. Attacking the transformation process will result in mission failure. Revenge! Those noble bastards. Let's see, Nancy creates. How do you add a friend on Discord? Not sure. Friend, search. Add a server. I'm trying to figure out how to add someone on Discord, to be honest. Friends? How do you add a new friend? is weird. Let's see. Direct messages, manga reviewers, profile, friends. How do you add a friend? Add a friend. Here you go. Am I a human? I think I am. Oh my god, I have to confirm again? That's so annoying. Alright, I send the request. Alright, I'm going to kill them all. Ah, he's turning into a demon now. Let's see. Okay, that's a so-so design. I don't know why he's wearing a thong though. It's kind of sus. Inferno's monster, risk ranking A+, attacks random targets while harboring a powerful hatred intense enough to burn down the entire world. There appears to be absolutely no possibility for it to ever become human again. Demonization, a phenomenon in which one loses their reason and transforms into a demon, in other words, a monster. Through various causes such as curses, infections, or matter corruption, this exponentially amplifies their existing desires. This is how things turned out. Hey Vicar, how dare you pick a fight with a common faction? It doesn't matter how strong you are, you won't be able to fight us all at once. Prepare yourself. Captain, I brought everyone to avenge you. Huh? What? Vengeance. I'm going to have my vengeance. What? Kills them all. Stand back. Divine Immortal's Ring. Find Hit God's domains ends here. Sewer Rat, Hell's Dog Slayer, Plantain Lily, Lumberjack, new stats, 300 plus, okay, whatever. I'm getting stronger. I'm becoming stronger so I can have my revenge. It's so fun now that I'm strong. This is the place I need to be. I'm going to kill them all, take and devour. I don't know if this tree of falling sap was the trigger, but I didn't know you would get to such lengths, Dogma. You were insane from the start. Do you know the dead at your feet were your cameras? Who cares? I'm having fun. So you should die as well. I'm going to end this. This brat, he's stronger than before. Burn. What the hell? Baskerville's second technique. Biting Fang. Hey, can I ask you a question? What do you think? Like, do you think I should do the voices or no voices? Like, should I just read it like a more just using my own voice, or should I try at least to do a little something? Okay, this is the Tutorials Too Hard, chapter 274. Okay. Boo. How are the people reacting? They're rejoicing. They were anxious first because they suddenly couldn't see, but once they grasped the situation, they became very satisfied. That's a relief then. Is it okay that I came back without saying anything? Wouldn't it have been better to say at least a word or two? You don't need to worry about that. Hero, what was the doctrine of your religion? Equality for all. However, you, Hero, must not be included in that equality. Why? Because the founder and leader of a religion doesn't need to show the human side. Oh, is that so? I'll handle conflicting the believers and motivating them, just so you stay right there, Hero. Understood. A few days later. The faith level has gone quite a bit. You must reaping the benefits of fending off the monsters every night. That's well and good, but I'm so bored I could die. Huh? Because Abubu told me to hide himself from the believers as much as possible. I have ended up in confinement, as if you become a god. But come to think of it, there aren't any gods who meet up with their believers to laugh and chat, so can't even argue back. Even so, isn't it a bit too far to tell me not to even train because it might reveal my presence? What is this? Playing God is really no fun at all. At least the believers seem to be doing well. Our food reserves have grown, and they're starting cultivation in the fields outside. Abu went to the forest with the believers to gather fruit and meat. Hero, speak of the devil. Did you get a good haul? Just a bit few rabbits. More importantly, Hero, there's another tower some distance away from here. A tower? According to the believers, they interact with them occasionally. They say there are 7 in total. The populations are similar, and they're also suffering from monster attacks. Also, they receive prophecies around the same time. That an apostle will descend to take care of them. Sorry for my reading skills. So all 7 towers are all at the same time. That's not good. It's not good? Why not? Think about it. If all 7 locations have the exact same conditions, then 7 apostles must have descended. And each of them might have formed their own religions just like I did. I'm guessing the faith level we can acquire from a single tower is around 2 to 300. To reach 500, we have to gather more faith from the people in other towers. We might end up fighting against the 7 possibles in the turf war over gathering faith levels. Yeah, most of it makes sense. If this is just a guess, since this is a hell difficulty, the faith level growth rate is also much lower than I expected. It's entirely possible. Then, what should we do? For now, let's just focus on raining our tower's faith. What skill? For now, let's just focus on raising our tower's faith level, since we don't have much information anyways. My guess might be wrong, but we might be able to reach our goal with just this tower. We also need to make sure we don't get our tower's faith level stolen. But how about gathering people from outside the tower? That's one way to do it. What is he feeling? Oh? There's no one, huh? Everyone on this planet is inside the towers. What? I'm saying there's no one outside to gather. You sound as if you surveyed the entire planet. How should I explain this? I'm absolutely certain. Oh, I've got a phone call. Sorry. I got a phone call. Audio. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, let's continue. How should I explain this? I'm absolutely certain. I can feel it, the pulse on the life of this planet. Ever since I entered this stage, the sensation has been getting clearer as a religion's faith level increases. It's a bizarre sensation that's hard to put into words. It's neither matter nor ore, but a different power. What could it be? It's even more frustrating because I don't know what kind of power it is or how to use it. I need to check. Oink, oink. As the believers send me their support and look up to me, this power grows stronger. And the clearer this power becomes, the more familiar it feels. I've felt this power before, during the competition change when I fought the apostles who copied my appearance. It's a power I felt in those final moments, but in the end, I couldn't find anything more about it. I've gone through countless trials. Let's see. Let me hear. Is my sound going through? Let me just confirm. Check. Okay. Alright. I've gone through countless trials and errors since then, and I've finally found a clue to uncover the true nature of this place. The power I felt back then, infringement of dominance. It's a power that applies directly to a target or a spell. This is it. It's this power. This power possesses the ability to infringe on the dominance of others. By raising my faith level, the power I can wield becomes even stronger, even greater. What the hell happened there? The power obtained through faith level, holy power, is the same ability as the power wielded by the gods of the White Temple. Okay, we're getting a little bit closer to truth in this world. Not too bad. Alright, Emperor of Solo Play, Chapter 71. No, could it be? This guy was never... Oh, I read this one. Yeah, I read this one, right? I don't think I read the... Actually, I read the first part, but I didn't actually finish the chapter. Okay, like, Emperor of Solo Play, Chapter 71. No, could it be? This guy? Was never discovered in my past life. That's definitely possible. When the Thunder Hunters made the Frozen Kingdom their territory, they faced the Frost Dragon using an item with a powerful coexistence from the start. Because it worked flawlessly, they never had to make a second attempt. However, because of that, they never had the opportunity to be flung by an attack into a hidden area like this. And since Warlord does not restrict how you approach a raid, there's an immense amount of flexibility on how you can plan and execute one. But even then, there's usually a standard path planned by our players. If there's an NPC here, then this might be the intended raid strategy that Warlord has laid out. Hi, my name is Hirkern. I am an adventurer that fights to bring peace to the world. If you would, please tell me a story. What I tell you from here on out is a long story from a long, long ago of how a kingdom raised by a great civilization came to meet their brutal demise. It is a story related to a tragic history. If I were to summarize Nur's long history, it would be something like this. Once upon a time, the kingdom was far different from its current frozen state, being a prosperous kingdom in a warm climate. But one day, the frozen dragon suddenly appeared and attacked the kingdom, asserting its claim over the land as its territory. The kingdom and the army fought valiantly, but they lost the battle in the end. As an example of what would happen to those who oppose it, the dragon cursed the kingdom to be wrapped in a never-ending blizzard. Several centuries have passed since, and I alone, as the king, have remained here with my mind intact, waiting for a warrior with the courage to face the frost dragon, waiting for a warrior much like yourself. This plot progression must mean I want nothing more than to help you. I want nothing more than to help you. However, I cannot withstand the cold emanating from that dragon. Do you know perhaps a way to overcome that? It is a relief that even this late, an adventurer like yourself has come here. I did not wait here for nothing. I read the ancient books left in the kingdom and decrypted the dragon's curse inscribed for my body. With this power, you too will be able to withstand the dragon's cold. I got it, but this is... Hyrcan will be temporarily granted the transcendent power of frost. Transcendent power? Frost, Blaze, Thunder, Shade, and Radiance, the 5 transcendent powers, as well as definitive cheat tier system that strengthens the user and all skills with their respective attribute immediately after being absorbed. Unlike a temporary effect gained from a magic item or item, you can acquire permanent attributes with no extra cost. It's completely priceless. However, among the millions of players in Warlord, the number of players who were able to use it is only 5. Because the acquisition methods aren't well known, there were only 3 people that were able to acquire this power. I did think I'd be at least get 1 transcendent power after my regression, but I never expected to see that underscore element here. However, though, this can be the only occasion to acquire it. Be right back. I got a client here. Alright, I am back. Sorry, okay, let's go. However, this can be the only condition to acquire it. But bear in mind, this power is only temporary. It is a power only derived from what I've decrypted from the Frost Dragon itself. I knew it. However, if you subjugate the Frost Dragon, this power may become yours entirely. What will you do? Will you avenge our kingdom in our stead? Avenger. Accept the quest at the last ruler of the Frozen Kingdom, nor and subjugate the Frost Dragon. Reward permanent access to the transcendent power of Frost. What will I do? I'll be able to gain the power I can use for the rest of my life. Taking down some Frost Dragon, be it ancient or whatever, is a cheap price to play. I'll deal with it in no time and make the Frost mine. Grah! Oh man, I'm different now, don't you know? I'm fully prepared now. All cold attacks are nullified through the effects of the transcendent power of Frost. Ha! Let's go, my Frost Skeleton Brigade. Grah! Alright, so Necromancer versus Dragon. I mean, basically having Frost powers negates the whole power of the dragon. Like facing a fire dragon with pure immunity to fire. You'd be able to beat it. Most likely. Don't you look away. I'm right here. Bah. Ah, no, you don't. I'm not letting you get away. Wait. Oh, sheesh. I told you, that won't work. Ah, bam. Did I do it? You have hunted the Frost Dragon. You have gained experience. You have leveled up. You have completed the quest Avenger. Hirkrad has gained the transcendent power of Frost. I did it! Finally! The transcendent power is mine! Woo! This is it! How bitter. If the Kingdom of Rune rises once more, then only my Frost army could stand against it. Wait, it's still breathing? I can talk to you. Human, you cannot withstand the great calamity that lurks within the dark in it. You will regret this. You have completed the quest Hints of the Kingdom of Rune. A new era has come. Hirkrad has brought a new era. Here's a hint to the Kingdom of Rune here too. Somehow I clear the quest. And how many birds am I getting with a single stone? Actually, it's kind of scary having things go so smoothly. Wow, you have some good senses. I intended to finish this in one single blow. Us? We're checkmate. I think I kind of like the story about this one, but like the villains are so cringe and it's kind of like stupid. They have no motivation at all. It's like kind of makes this Manhwa way worse. Like if they actually had a decent villain, but there's not a single good villain here. Like, we get a cringe lord like CEO or like part of the company, and these like guys who follow them for no apparent reason other than I don't know why. Like, yeah, I think that's the worst part about this manhwa. All right. Now here's a way better one. Genius Martial Arts Trainer, Chapter 118. I'm glad the children returned safely. Now then, regarding the agenda of today's meeting, Shaolin Temple. What should we do now about these new heaven people in the current situation? The unorthodox alliance is one thing, but they even infiltrate various parts of the orthodox sects. Judging by how openly they are opposing us. From Sichuan to Guangxi, even Hunan, they've been exerting significant influence elsewhere. Indeed, if we just include Jingxi Province and the Heavenly Merchant Guild, those new heaven bastards have sunk their roots deep into Miram. For now, it's a relief that the children managed to root out some of their operation. This probably is that those are likely only a small fraction of their organizations. At this moment, the highest priority should be eliminating the remaining branches of the new heavens. And in the process, we'll have to investigate in those associated with New Heavens too. You're surprisingly calm, Abbott. But it can be helped. Minju and the children have returned after doing even greater things out there. When I think about everything they've achieved at such a young age, I can only admire them. I'm not actually sure what they did, but the Tang Clan of Sichuan has pledged their full support. That's not all. Wudang and the Jago clan have also decided to join us. That's right. Furthermore, thanks to the efforts of the Heavenly Flash sect, the small and medium sects of Hunan have also pledged their support. All of this is what Mujin achieved in just a few months. However, we cannot continue to push him into danger. Mujin is a remarkable child, and there will become a day when he will need his wisdom once again. But for now, let us adults do what we must do. Yes, Abbot. By the way, what happened to the children's punishment, Hyangguang? Yes, I ordered them to undergo wall-facing meditation for 15 days. And of course, given the seriousness of their offense, they weren't exiled to an ordinary meditation there in the repentance cave. I am being treated unfairly. Oh. What are we doing now, Lan? Are you the guest Mujin brought? You look like you lost your way. What? This old man clearly... Mujin's! Oh, right, how many did I do? You were screaming at the top of your lungs just a moment ago. Do you realize it's a waste of time? But what's the sudden? Push-ups? Because I can't just sit around wasting time like you guys. I'm going to use this opportunity to do the training, exercise that I've been putting off. Is it okay for us to talk, Mujin? Of course, now. Don't get caught. Oh, right. I felt natural, I forgot. Mu-kyung has been staring at the wall without saying a word for a while now. He's not just staying still because he's so scared, isn't he? Are you crazy? That's how you're supposed to act, you moron. It's just been that being in the Repentance Cavern reminded me of a story Monk Hyo-gwang told me. Monk Hyo-gwang? What kind of story? The Repentance Cave is a place where people like us are punished, but it's also a place where they keep villains who are beyond redemption. And there were hundreds of bastards that Monk Hyo-gwang captured himself. Coming into a place packed with criminals like that, I'm just a little tense. He's just scared. Exactly. Even if you're tense, exactly what kind of guys are locked up in here? There's so many that I haven't heard about. But there's 8 blades of the 8-slash strike, the bloody drunkard, and black axe. And there's a claw demon and the older brother of the demon claw. The older brother of the black claw blood demon, and Peel Suk of the invincible twin axes. Man, these names are crazy. Oh, Monk Hyo-gwang is truly amazing. Every single one of them is a notorious villain, right? What? Then who's the hardest to catch? The one Monk Hyo-gwang said he struggled with the most was the man who used a blood-brain divine demon art. They call him the Blood Demon. I heard he's been in prison in Repentance Cave longer than anyone else alive. The Blood Rain Divine Art? This is where the martial arts is learned. In the first volume of the Return of the Demon Supreme, That's the demonic art used by Blood Monk Moon-kyung's evil counterpart. In the novel, when the Blood Monk and the protagonist fought to death, it is said that the protagonist struggled quite a bit because of the Blood Rain Demon Divine Art. But since the protagonist ultimately gained alignment through that battle, the Blood Rain Divine Art Demon Art itself is essential. Holy shit. These are so hard to say. In the original story, the Blood Monk went completely insane while learning this. But the current Moon-kyung isn't the Blood Monk yet and hasn't grown up perfectly fine. If I gather him from the silence, he should be able to learn it safely. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get some food to eat during our wall-facing meditation. What? Did they say? They didn't give us meals every time? They do. The Repentance Cavern is dark and dangerous, so let's just decide who's going to go with me. Yu-kyung, let's go together. So trying to get him to go with him. So, Mujung, you're asking if I want the blood demons. If I want the blood demons demonic art. Yeah, since you uncovered the traps of the Moonlight Fan Dance before, I thought you might be able to filter out and learn about the demons demonic art to some extent. It's hard to say since I've never seen that martial art myself, but I'm curious. But I don't particularly want to learn it. It's a demonic art of the heinous villain, right? What should I use it for? For instance, couldn't you use one to get it over on Monk Hyung-wang? Didn't you say he was a villain that even Monk Hye-gwang found troublesome to deal with? But I doubt Monk Hye-gwang will just let us off with only 15 days of wall-facing meditation in the Repentance Cavern. True, but if I learn it, I might be able to get one over him. See? Haha. However, I'm sorry to say this, but I can't really picture you defeating Monk Hye-gwang. What? Then why did you bring out the blood demon for no reason? I won't say that because I've seen everything from you. Whose side are you even on? Huh? Ah! Mook-young! Who on earth placed a hole in a place like this? To think the straw man I saw earlier was foreshadowing. How could this happen? But what does Lee do? Could it be? Bang! Oh my god, I almost crashed my head open. The terrain was so strange I couldn't even use mobility arts or break falls properly. Huh? As someone who follows the Buddha's teaching, I do not believe in fate, but as though I was being guided, and as though it was the most normal course of events, I arrived here. Is this the Repentance Cavern prison? The place where all sorts of heinous criminals captured by the demon exterminator squad are imprisoned. Oh, was that the hole I fell through a shortcut to this place? Is this really Shaolin's prison? They don't look like heinous prisons. That's to be expected. Those imprisoned here are all trash who have resigned themselves to their current situation. They have simply accepted the reality that they can never leave again and are nothing more than living corpses waiting for death. But I am different. Turn around. Even though they were the words of a strange prisoner I never met, for some reason I had no choice but to follow them. The reason is, haha, you smell just like me. You there, if you get me out of here. Was it something I saw hidden within myself, inside his madness? I will quench your endless thirst for martial arts. Or was it because a realm beyond my current self had suddenly appeared before my eyes? Okay, nice. He's gonna get a power boost here. Let's read the Shepherd Wizard. This one's really good. So right now, so this is the Shepherd Wizard, chapter 24. So he's currently exploring a maze where one of his maybe cousins or relatives are, and he seems quite to be an evil man. And now oh shit, that's such a cool ass art here, honestly. Okay, Wanderer and Mimic. Could those be the names of bloodlines that haven't manifested in me yet? If two bloodlines are combined, then that would mean I have a blood of the Great House. Will you enter? The door's gaze isn't on me, but this is recognizing the owner of the holy relic's abilities rather than my bloodline. Then it's using those abilities together with my bloodline to make a judgment. What are the Wanderer and Mimic? What is this door? Tell me about the Wave Rider and Mimic. Information requested. No issues. Accepted. Wave Rider, first type. Underwater respiration, underwater physical enhancement, and fluid manipulation. Mimic, first type. Flow detection, absorption, and mimesis. Okay. I don't feel like I've gained the ability to breathe underwater or manipulate fluids, but does it mean there's only use them for identification and not for the abilities themselves? What are you? Spirit of the door. So it's like a librarian or something, just far more rigid and human. What is this labyrinth? Tell me its purpose and how to escape. The labyrinth of the Night Hunter. I, the one who slays the chief while possessing the correct form types, becomes the Night Hunter. Night Hunter? Does that mean I can become a god? If you slay the chief, another escape route will open. Error. Hunter, Pursuer, Wave Rider, Mimic. 2 types error. Shadow, Alchemist, absent. 4 types fulfilled. Error. Does not match the types of the Night Hunter. Labyrinth opening error. Error cannot be closed. Internal personnel remaining. Unauthorized personnel entered. Inquiring with creator. Error. Creator absent. Autonomous judgment initiated. Issuing deployment order to Labyrinth Chief. There's something inside. Opened. That's the Labyrinth Chief? That's one ugly motherfucker. You are not a night hunter. Fakes must die. Bam! It tickles. Dude, that kind of reminds me of Full Metal Alchemist. You know what I mean. Rip Girl. I can't it's 101. Stay right there. Dude, fuck this shit. Dodge, dodge, dodge. Run, run, run. That was close. Blocks. Ugh. Do you think my shield was breached? Slah. The Labyrinth of the Night Hunter. A place that creates gods. And who built it and why? Fuck that shit. Nice little movement there, right? Very clean, very clean. Like you can see the movement very well and the way it's drawn. One thing is certain, this won't end until I kill that thing. Let's fight together for a bit, cousin. Yeah. Might as well fight together and use them as bait. Is everyone alright? Because these guys have been using everyone as bait anyway, so yes, for now. There's no end to them. Wait, I hear something strange. The Night Hunters, the children's enemy, killed them all. What in the world is it saying? It's been muttering things like that on and off for a while now. No, that's not important. Don't just stand there blankly. What? Ubo Gelfin! Damn it, strike! Now kill it! You monster bastard! Oh, I think he's dead. I think that guy's dead. Blast! Swap! Ugh! Damn it, even a small fry at this rate will be wiped out. Look at this guy. It seems like even a rat would fight to survive. Although you draw the attention of the small fry. Oh, was he able to cut his leg? Ha ha ha! I did it. I smashed the bastard's knee. Wait, what did he do? I mean, it looks like he didn't do damage, to be honest. Oh, he slashed his calves, though. I mean, that's not his knee. It's this guy. Bam! Oh, it's over. It's all over. All my supporters are dead. Even if I survive like this, my political career is finished. All because of this bastard. Everything I built. All because of you! Slash, slash. Oh, die! Is he gonna kill him? I don't think so. I did it. That was a solid hit. Oh no. What in the world? What is the meaning of this? Where did it all go wrong? Where are you, fake? Reveal yourself. Why are you saying that while looking over there? You killed them all. Are you still not satisfied? So damn. That was it, huh? The rat I was using as bait found you! Fake night hunter. Ooh, that's some cool art. Okay, this one is actually such a good manhwa, and it's actually not an isekai, which is shocking. Shocking. Shepherd Wizard, chapter 24 completed. Immortal's Way of Life, another non-isekai. Again, mind-blowing. Like, is this the new era of non-isekais? Immortal's Way of Life, chapter 17. That's unexpected, though. Don't major national events usually take place in Solna, where the Grand Temple is located? Richard isn't very fond of the Pantheon. He even moved the capital from Solna to Eisenberg, because he detests the interests of the priest. Heisenberg and Dishmartian are on the opposite ends of the kingdom, so it's going to be quite a long journey. That's why we have to pass through this place, known as the Snow Forest. It's far too green to be called a snow forest. It used to be called that when Dishmartian was still part of the Ice Peninsula, and because of that place's influence, the forest was also covered in snow at that time. At one point, snow elves used to live here in large numbers. Snow elves? Are they not here anymore? They couldn't live here even if they wanted to. For snow elves to live in such a warm place would be no different from humans living on the Ice Peninsula. As the temperature rose, they naturally migrated elsewhere. It certainly is nice that passing through this forest doesn't mean that we don't have to take a detour. But do you know the way? Of course, I've been here a few times before. When was the last time you were here? Was it 80 years ago? That's quite a long time ago. This area belongs to the county of Goten. I came all the way out here to hunt monsters with the vassals at the time. The village was stopped at back, then it's just outside this forest. We should be able to rest there tomorrow. Aha. Still, 80 years ago. A lot must have changed that time. I suppose so. Dun, dun. After camping in the forest that day, it wasn't until the following afternoon that we arrived at the village. Is this the place? Whew. Don't come any closer. State your purpose for coming here. What should we do? I'll go talk to them. Pray, lower your weapons. May the grace of Gania be with you. We are merely passing travelers, seeking a place to spend the night. We have no other intentions. You're a priestess? Oh, okay. So she's very excited for some reason, so we'll find out what reason it is. Please forgive my rudeness. People rarely pass through the snow forest, so I was startled and I understand. After all, we were the ones who suddenly appeared. As I mentioned earlier, we were looking for a place to stay. Oh, this place is hardly suitable to host a priestess. Is it alright? Anywhere is fine, as long as we can take shelter from the night wind. If you say so, I'll escort you to our village chief's house. Very peaceful place. Did it feel like this 80 years ago? It's very different from when I first came to the village. Back then, it had suffered heavy damage from monsters. Normally, monsters hide in desolate places and wait for their prey. But occasionally they attack human settlements too. Such monsters are truly a formidable threat, due to them showing no fear of the odds, and their tendency to sweep everything away with brute strength. Brute force. It is not uncommon for entire villages to be wiped out. I once visited a disaster zone with Valonso. It was so horrific that could only be described as hell. I suppose this place wasn't much different. If the village has been rebuilt if the village has been rebuilt this much since then, it truly is an incredible place. You can say that again. Chief, we have guests. Guests, you say? A priest of Ganymede and her companions have come to visit. They are looking for a place to stay the night, so I escorted them here. Oh, he probably recognizes them. A priestess, to such a humble place. My name is Lumen. I'm the chief of this village. We sincerely apologize for dropping by so suddenly. Oh, not at all. It is not much of a place, so it is rather us who should be apologizing. Pray make yourselves comfortable and rest. You may use the room over there. Oh, he obviously recognizes him. Lord Ulrich? Ah, I see. So you are that child from 80 years ago. Great chapter. And I think that's all the time I have for today. Actually, let's read this one, dude. The Knight's Wandering. The Wandering Knight's Survival Manual. Alright. The Wandering Knight's Survival Manual, chapter 46. Oh, I didn't record it. Mother fuzzer. I'll record this one now, I guess. The Wandering Knight's Survival Manual, chapter 46. Hey, Stefan. Last night, Yura came to see me. She offered me 1,000 golds to coin you. What? You money-crazed lunatic? How dare you try to hand me over to Ulrich? My mother won't let you go away with this. Looking at you, you really have a talent for getting punched. Relax, I turned down the offer. Huh? You turned down 1,000 coins? Yeah. Based on how she acted yesterday, she must be up to something. Huh. As if that matters. My mother, the Countess, will protect me. And once I'm inside the castle, that woman won't be able to touch me anyways. You mean that castle over there? That's right. My home. Well, I managed to bring Stefan back safely somehow. And all that's left is, alright, let's go collect the ransom for a certain idiot. What did you say, you punk? Alright. The Zarpin delegation and Sir Stefan are entering. Ugly mofos. Everyone's angry. I, Johann Yatz, greet the Countess as part of the Zarpin's Count delegation. My lovely Stefan, what on earth happened? Stefan, you were such a beautiful child since you were little. Eating flowers and snacks, playing with swans. You were an angelic child who always looked for me. I love you, Mommy. But now, this Johann Yates, everything got messed up because of this beer-like guy. And his face is so smooth, his body is rugged, unlike a child's. Because that guy held Stefan and threatened us, we ended up losing the war. Thanks to that, I've been utterly humiliated. At this rate, I won't be able to save face before my vassals. To break this terrible atmosphere, is this the only way after all? You lot! You how utterly innocent, why are you standing armed before me? Pardon me, but I shall speak on their behalf. His Grace Zarpin has permitted us to go be armed through the letter. Such insolence, you dare defy me? Dude, that's a punchable ass face. Guards, disarm those men at once. Victorious delegation, lay down your weapons. Even if the Count Zarpin allowed them to be armed, this house honor will only be safe if I show them my dominance here. Stupid knights have no choice but to fall for it, even if they know what I'm trying to do. Wait. This is a legitimate right. If you want to take my weapon, you have to kill me to take it. What? What's with this man? He's in the middle of enemy territory. How can he say such things? This is my heart. Is this response in response? Is this beating in response to this? Yo, cougar time, baby. Oh shit. No lie, dude, she's feeling him. Oh, those brave eyes. I liked him. Shit. Cougar mama time. I thought you were a wandering knight, but are you of House Zarpin? No, I was merely invited. Then why did you capture Stefan? I had no choice in order to protect my honor. Does that mean you have no grudges against our house? That is correct, Countess Abner. You're a brave man indeed. I hold your courage in high regard, so I shall specially allow you to remain armed. Thanks for your consideration. Johann Yates. Quite a likable fellow has appeared. Your Grace, you may have allowed him to be armed, but I feel that my honor has been insulted. I shall fight this man and restore House Abner's honor. So, now's not the time for that. I want to fuck, bro. Can you, stop cockblocking me, my dude? So Joan has no grudge against our houses, does he? Then are you telling me to just endure this man's arrogance, troll slayer Marcel? You have any honor. Accept this duel. What are you doing, Grant? A duel against this victorious allegation? Johan, don't you dare accept. You could die if you fight him. Right, run away, Johannes. That suits you much better. Marcel's troll slayer's cowardly flees from an honorable duel, and how it spread throughout the empire. Won't that be wonderful? The knight who fears dueling. Dude, that's a mother-daughter duel. Shit, is this gonna turn into a porno now? The knight who fears dueling, Johann Yates. Sir Zarpin would be proud too, wouldn't you? Wait, you aren't even a formal knight yet, are you? So this is what you meant by this is what you meant by telling me to look forward to it. It can't be held then. I accept the duel. Come at me. Haha, very well. Since you have accepted the duel, I shall send my son, Gerdolf, as my proxy. Oh my, this just got interesting. Hurry and prepare for this honorable duel. It's time to see the skills of Marcel's troll slayer. This is bad. My fuck toy is gonna get killed. At the main training castle ground. Listen, everyone. Now let me to introduce him. The knight on the right corner. The knight who will honorably fight in place of Sir Yanogon is the noble butcher who has killed hundreds of knights in honorable duels. Gerdolf! I'll kill you, Johann. And the despicable knight and arrogant knight facing him is Johann Yates. Laissez aller. Start the duel. Gerdolf. Johann's dead. I'll crush it. Whoa! Johann! So Johann! Oh no, my F-toy. Takes it down. Well done, Gerdolf. Hurry up and kill Johann. Ulrich, do you know what happens if Sir Johann dies? Zarpin will simply use this as an excuse to start a war again. If war breaks out once more, we might suffer unbearable losses this time. Don't worry, Your Grace. We'll just collect emergency funds from them in return. Without an incompetent commander, war is a piece of cake. What do you mean by that? No, importantly, why are you trying to kill Johann? Oh, mind don't you know? Johann is currently Stefan's bodyguard knight. What? Johann is protecting Stefan? Before killing Stefan, she'll take out the bodyguard knight first? Stop the duel, right? The match is over. Gerdolf lost? Dude, he's the MC. Obviously he wins. Oh, solid. Okay. I mean, this is quite again, this is another non-isekai manhwa. Dude, this is probably the season for non-isekais. Crazy. And you get some other daughter duel. Sheesh. Lucky boy. Alright. I think that's all the manhwas, all the updates I want to read. Thank you for joining me, and have a good day.